Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Entitled Parents. Story 1. Their culture doesn't respect women. Ma'am, we're taking about a swing. So a bit of context, this happened about 4 years ago and me and my friends wanted to go to a park just to hang out and have fun. All of the kids and parents in my neighborhood would go to the park as it's extremely close by and big. There was this certain double swing at the park where 2 people could just sit down and it would act as a regular swing, except it would go very very high. This was a very popular area at the park, so there was a long line of kids wanting to go on them, but me and my friend just patiently waited. So after waiting for about 10 to 20 minutes, me and my friend just got on and we started swinging. All was well for about a minute when all of a sudden I see a lady in my neighborhood march up to me with her kid. This will be M. At the time I didn't know the lady too well, as she had recently moved in around 5 months prior, but I heard from some of my other friends at the time that she was pretty rude. So this is how the confrontation went down. Keep in mind this was a while ago, so some dialogue might be a little different to what actually happened, but it was overall a memorable event, so I remember most of what happened. Excuse me? Me and my son have been waiting here for 2 hours now, can we get on please? Thanks. Me, no sorry, we just got on. Also we saw you cut all these kids, so I'm not sure why you're lying. EM1, well that's true, but me and my son really want to get on. Thanks. Me, yeah no, you'll have to wait your turn as we literally got on like a minute ago. EM1, yeah but still you kids always come here and this is like our first or second time being at this park. Me, if the kid you cut in front of is fine with you going after him, then sure you can after we are done. EM1, I can't wait that long though, please just let me have like 20 minutes on the swing. This is his first time, so please let us get on. Me, I just said I'll let you go after me, relax, we won't take that long. EM1, just let us get on now or else. I start to get a little annoyed at this point. Me, okay well you can keep waiting cause like I said we just got on. At this point she's done with the nice act and is full on yelling at me, but then her friend, EM2, entered the conversation. Keep in mind her friend is at the other swings just pushing her kids back and forth and has no business in this conversation, but I guess she heard what was going on. EM2, it's fine. EM1, they just don't respect women in their culture, so don't mind them being rude. Me, what are you talking about? We're just on a swing, so what does this have to do with culture? EM1, she means that the religion your parents or whoever taught you clearly doesn't support respecting women. I'm assuming she must have seen my mother wearing a hijab, which is a scarf that Muslim women wear, at some point around the neighborhood and just doesn't like our religion. Me, what the hell are you even saying? At this point my friend is just telling me that we should just let them onto the swing to not get into trouble. So we just sadly hand over the double swing and they smirk at us leaving. EM1, thank you, and maybe from now on treat women with respect. Me, well I treat everyone with respect till they start to become a massive asshole. This lady took that to heart. Now that I think about it, I should have just walked away or said okay whatever. EM1, excuse me? How dare you say that to me? I just wanted to teach you to respect women. EM2, boys like you are the problem with today's society. Me, I don't care. EM1, also how dare you curse in front of these children like that? Me, okay whatever, I'm sorry, can you please leave us alone now, we already gave you what you wanted. EM2, you caused the problem and started to harass us, so you leave us alone. Me, okay bye. EM1, no. I will not let you off the hook, apologize for harassing me and my son. They start to yell and scream, and by now the entire park is hearing what's happening. Now somehow a different lady starts walking towards us who, BTW, has nothing to do with the situation, yet probably assumed we were some bad kids or something, not sure. She will be random Karen, RK, as I'm not sure if she knew EMS or not. RK, hello, excuse me kids, I just read the rules of this park and it says that only 5 to 12-year-olds are allowed on the playgrounds. So if you 2 boys do not leave, I will be calling the cops. Me, what? This is a public park. We sat down a swing and you'll call the cops? Also, where are these rules that you mention? Please show them to me. And we already did what the lady asked us to do as well. What is the problem? RK, okay fine, I'm calling the cops. EM1, ha ha ha, serves you right for harassing me and my son. Me, yeah sure I was harassing you. I'll just wait for the police, it's not like they'll do anything since I didn't break any rules. Also, who even are you to call the police on me? Did you not see the two random ladies yelling at me over a swing? RK, trust me, I can see who's in the right or wrong, and I clearly see that you've been disrespecting these adults. By now I get that arguing is getting me nowhere, so I'm just waiting for the cops to arrive and tell me I'm not breaking any rules. So about 20 minutes pass and the cops arrive and start to question the EM1, EM2, and RK. He then comes to question me, but EM1 keeps shouting in the distance. Cop, hey kids, so these ladies over here say that you. EM1, he harassed me and my child, why do you need to question him? Cop, ma'am, can you please quiet down, I'm only trying to understand the situation some more. The EM1 angrily stays quiet, but she's still glaring at me. I proceed to tell the cop everything that happens. Cop, ah okay, so it's nothing like what they told me. They were saying you hit that lady's kid and that you broke into the playground, which to me sounded silly. Me, haha, all of that was lies, they were just really mad at me for some reason. Cop, yeah I understand some people are just like that, best thing to do is just walk away next time. And don't worry, they won't bother you anymore. The cop then asks some of the other nearby people just to confirm what was going on, and they thankfully said similar things to what I had told him. So he went back to the ladies and simply told them not to disturb us again or else he would arrest them for harassing us kids. They had an incredible look of anger and embarrassment that the cop didn't believe their lies. We finally had gotten some peace at the park. Now that I'm writing this, I find it incredibly strange that 3 middle-aged women were yelling at a 12-year-old. I still see EM1 around the neighborhood to this day, and I've had some simple conversations with her over the years, but she still holds a grudge, lol. Sorry if grammar or formatting was bad, I'm on phone. Story 2. Angry stepfather tries to make pregnant me climb a ladder. So my stepfather likes to garden. I do not. They have lots of fruit trees and a vegetable patch. I hate ladders. Always have. I can now climb with only some anxiety, when I used to get a panic attack getting 2 rungs up. And I'm also 16 weeks pregnant with twins. My mother is injured and stepfather is disabled, so he asked me to go pick some tomatoes and plums. When we got outside, he said he'd get the ladder. I said I don't think I should be climbing one. He cuts me off and tells me to stop being dramatic as he will hold it. He starts to unfold it and I say, in a calm voice, I'm really not comfortable climbing a ladder. He full on yells at me to just drop everything and go home then. I remain calm, I'm a teacher, I deal with tantrums all the time, and tell him I'm not saying that. He yells at me the same thing and to just leave him to do it all. He has fallen multiple times. I told him I couldn't in case he fell. We don't speak as he drops plums into a bucket. He then ditches me and goes inside to pout and tattle to my mother. He tells her that I had a fit about being asked to climb a ladder. Her only response? Sweathead doesn't climb ladders. You know that. Update, he has calmed down and sent an apology text. I haven't replied yet. Story 3. Entitled and Controlling. My birth giver has always drilled into my head, F32, that if I went anywhere at all without her or my dad, that I would become a victim of RPE, kidnapping or anything of that matter that would eventually affect me for life. She always said she did this to protect me, but in reality all it did was make me have severe anxiety when I did have to go out and do things on my own eventually, like going to my first job in college after I turned 18. I also suffer from depression from having the feeling of totally missing out on normal childhood experiences. Mind you, I still lived with both of my parents until I was 27. What was the point of traumatizing me for my entire childhood? I was never allowed to hang out with friends, even at our house. She didn't like anyone, no sleepovers, even with family members, no overnight school trips, etc. All the while when I asked to participate in these totally normal childhood experiences I was told details about RPESA and what had happened to her as a child. These explanations began happening when I was about 5 or so and scared the effing crap out of me and even made me afraid of my 2 older brothers and father at times. They never did anything, it was just a fear that she had instilled in me. I understand she had her own fears and issues that she had to deal with, but isn't the reason for parents to have children is to give them a better childhood than their own? Sadly, my best memories as a child was reading books completely alone in my tiny closet with the door closed to keep out the world. My mom fondly remembers me doing this activity for years and she calls it her favorite time period because she didn't have to worry about me and I was a nuisance about asking to go places. She thinks it's also completely affected me into my adult life in the fact that I do not have friends or hobbies and literally only hang out with my husband. Husband grew up with a normal childhood and finds it difficult to pry me out of my shell to even talk to his friends / participate in his hobbies. Anyone else birth giver like this? Story 4. My narcissist mom blames me for not going to her birthday party. I'm sick of it. I live with my parents. Yesterday my mother had her birthday party, but I didn't want to go because I've been distancing myself from her because of her behavior toward me. I made up an excuse not to go and left the house before the guests arrived cause I knew she was going to manipulate me by pressuring me in front of them to go to the party and make me look bad in public, as she always does. Today, we argued because she accused me of behaving badly yesterday. I explained that I didn't want to go because we currently have a distant relationship. If we become close again she will hurt me like she has done in the past, so I'm just protecting myself. She became angry, yelled at me, I could sense her pain, and sarcastically claimed that I had never caused her any suffering and had never harmed her since I was a child. She also said that if she was really a bad mother, she wouldn't have given me all the things I have and never did anything for me. I calmly explained to her that we had talked about this years ago, but nothing has changed since then and she never paid attention. I also said that I didn't criticize her parenting skills, and I appreciated the gifts she gave me, even the ones I didn't ask for. But the way she treats me makes me unhappy. She was upset and suggested we visit a therapist to check our relationship's health and see if her actions were hurting me as much as I thought. I told her that she is the one who should go to a psychologist, that I have been telling her this for years, and that she would not and has never listened to me. She attacked me, saying that I was the one who should go, indirectly implying that I was crazy, telling me that I was wrong and that I was the one who would never listen. I told her that we had different points of view and that she wanted me to think like her but I wouldn't, and she attacked me saying that I was the one who wanted everyone to think like me and that I was the one who didn't listen, that I was wrong. And she threatened me, saying that from now on she knew what she had to do and that there'd be a before and an after. She usually takes action when we argue, from refusing to speak to me for days to denying me anything, like clothes or help with a need, or even threatening to throw me out of the house. I should point out that I've had scholarships both this year and last. I'm finishing my college career, and thanks to that she pays me almost nothing, except for food at home. I'm going to apply for a job this week cause I don't want to be financially dependent on her, but I still feel pretty bad. She makes me feel guilty and conflicted, struggling with my own thoughts. As if my point of view was wrong. On the other hand, I have been seeing a psychologist for the past few years and have been working on my relationship with my mother, realizing that she is a narcissistic person who, in the words of my psychologist, has psychologically abused me and invalidated me as a person since I was a child. Edit. Thank you for all the answers. It's very hard for me because the rest of my family is closer to my mom, so I feel alone. I don't trust people easily and people who aren't going through this don't fully understand my situation, but reading all of you has made me feel safe and supported. I really appreciate it. Yesterday I was very scared and sad, I couldn't think clearly and stayed in my room all day, but today it's easier. I'm going to make it. I'm going to get out of here, step by step. Maybe I'm scared and I think it's harder than it is, so I'm starting today. Good luck to you all and to me, I need it. I will keep you updated. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.